Hey guys, MultiClassicGamer here. Welcome back to more Let's Play Wario World. In the previous episode, we finished off Beanstalk Park with a frustrating boss battle against Spider Atticus, sorry. And in this episode, we're going to be taking on what is probably in my in my opinion, this is the strangest boss in the entire game. And why? Well, let's find out. Heck, I made a whole video about this 3 years ago, well, actually almost 4 years ago, but here we go. Red Brief J's Showdown. I don't know about you guys, but I think most people would agree with me that a giant bull wearing a red thong is kind of strange, and also especially when he does that move. That's probably the weirdest move. Yeah, this boss is definitely some of the strangest moves, and well, actually, I wouldn't say strange so much as I would say questionable, okay? But here we go. This is Red Brief J. Funny story about this guy. I actually made a video of myself, record myself fighting this very boss in February 2010, and it's still on my channel for those of you who want to watch. In fact, I'll put a link to it in the description below. But basically, I record myself fighting this boss, and this is back when I didn't have my capture card, so I recorded, using, I point my digital camera at the screen, so just be prepared for that. If you're expecting, like, the high quality that you see in my videos today, no, it was totally different back then. But here we go, let's actually focus on the boss at hand. When he does this move, get in the middle. Okay, it may seem like he's gonna land there and crush you, but he's not, so don't worry. You need to stay in the middle, because if you stand on the side right here, the lava's gonna come through the metal grating, it's gonna hurt you. And when he does this move, this is when you gotta be ready. When he does this move, you just move to the side, and when he looks like he's about to fall off, bounce on the platform, and that will cause him to fall into the lava. And then he will live up to his true description of being hot, so to speak, if that's what he's going for. Being out in the middle of a lava field, I suppose. Lava field? What the hell? Okay, well, simply put, if you just keep on moving around, you can easily avoid his move, okay, like I said. The only reason I stupidly took one hit, I only took one hit when I fought this guy back then, and that was because I stupidly was running around in the metal, on the metal grating when he did the move where he jumps up high, and like bounces on the platform, causes it to, bounce or something like that, I don't know. I can't remember what these moves are. Okay, this one is actually really hard to avoid, so excuse me excuse me for lying there when I said that, most moves are easy to avoid, but whatever. Here we go. This is the very last time, so this is a very short boss fight, but still, it's a pretty interesting one at best. It's very noble! Oh, jeez. Okay, oh god. Jeez, I've never had to work this hard to avoid this guy before, but then again, it's an LP, what do you have to say? This is the move I was talking about. This is the one move that damaged me when I did that video 4 years ago, but okay, so maybe it hasn't been 4 years yet, but whatever. Okay, it's actually pay attention this time, and there we go, god! Jeez, I actually struggle a lot more with this boss now than I did back then, which is kind of saying something. Yeah, he tried to do that sexy pose one last time before he's dead, jeez. He just couldn't help it. That's the way he is. Alright, but there we go, that finishes off Thrillsville. Not to be confused with the actual video game, which I have not played before. But there we go, 100% Shivering Mountains and Beanstalk Park, and thank God, because those are one of the most annoying levels in the entire game. But it's not over, folks. We are only 75% through this game, which means we've still got one last world to go through, and it is a doozy. So, here we go for the, well, I wouldn't say final time, but here it is, Sparkle Land. Let's go take a look, I guess. That's all I can say. Since it's only been 4 minutes, I suppose we can get a start on the first level there. But yeah. Sparkle Land, let me just say, if you haven't been, practicing, your skills with this game at, which you should have been, obviously, if you're up to this point, if you made it this far, then you probably have been practicing, but let me just say that if you haven't gotten used to the mechanics of this game yet, you really have to now, because these two final levels of the game can be real pain in the ass if you're not, like, careful. Well, I shouldn't say careful, but it's just really easy to miss stuff. And not only that, but the sub-levels you know, in the boss fights, everything. They just, the difficulty spike, it really happens here, if any at all in this game. I mean, this game in general is not that difficult, but if there's any difficulty spike in this game, it would be right here. But this is the first level, Sparkle Land. This is the Mirror Mansion. It's a pretty interesting level. As if the boss fight we just had wasn't interesting, but here it is, yeah. Okay, so starting off, we got this level's, you know, theme of these guys who shoot. I don't know what these things. I really could never. I really wish I took the time to look up the research for this game, like the enemy names and stuff like that. But I guess I'm just not the LP who does that. I'm just the person who just plays the games, you know, just to play them. All right, got some hearts in there. Can't complain about that. I mean, we don't really need health this early in the level, but whatever. And there's our first red switch, and here's our first sub-level. Okay. Oh, this one. This is basically a more difficult version of the one we had in Shivering Mountains, where you had to hit the blocks in the correct pattern. So, and you cannot, like I said before, you cannot F this up, because if you do, you have to start over the entire sub-level. So it's best to just do it, you know, as the thing goes, because if you don't, you're just going to get behind, and that's going to be a big issue. But I think I got this, alright. So if you get a little bit behind, you'll still get it. No problem at all, jeez. Well, fine. Yeah, whatever. There's two meanings to fine, and I guess we could go over the second one if that's the case here. Watch out for these blocks here, because they're going to try and crush you, just like that. That's how they're going to try and crush you, especially cuss you. What the hell? Yeah, it's one of those things where, yeah, be careful there, like I said, man. Whoa, that one almost got me, wow. I've learned nothing. I've seriously learned nothing of all the years I played this game. I swear it's been 10 years and I've learned nothing. This is the Mirror Mansion. There are areas where you have to advance using only your reflection in the mirrors. Use the C-stick and hang in there. That's what I said about this level being pretty interesting, but, you know, we haven't quite seen the mirrors just yet, but we will quite soon. Yeah, actually quite soon enough. First of all, let's take care of these guys. These are the basic enemies of this level. Pretty interesting. They actually somewhat creep me out because it's like the little ones. They kind of look like humans, but at the same time they're not. They just look sort of like puppets, and then the bigger ones look like dogs or whatever. And and look at this. This is a bird. I never really understood these guys, but they're basically like supposed to be. Okay. I really don't know what these enemies are supposed to be or what they're called or anything. But first couple times you hit them, move out of the way because they're gonna do like a serious, peck attack, I suppose. I guess you could call these guys peckerheads. Oh man, that's actually kind of an inside joke between me and a friend of mine. Oh god, I hate this one. I hate this trapdoor sublevel so much because it's just fine. Until you get to the end of this, where it's spinning so ridiculously fast that you're easily going to be propelled right off the stage. So, this one can be extremely, really, really annoying, take a lot of patience, and I really don't have that. See, just like that. That's how this one's really annoying, so let's get this on this attempt. If I don't get them, I'm just going to start cutting, because really, you guys don't need to see me doing this several times. Like, that's the last thing you need to see. And I effed up. So here we go with the cutting. Yay! We could not in a million years complete this game without having some sort of montage at some point towards the end. And I'm not cutting like I'm supposed to be. Oh, I got it. Wow. Right on the first attempt, I stopped talking. I get it. Maybe that is a sign that I should start doing something. Whatever. Okay. Alright, so here's our first treasure box up here. What could this be? It is a big mirror. We're looking at a much bigger mirror game. I don't know what you're talking about. I see a much bigger mirror right there, and you just put a smaller mirror there, and you pulled out the big mirror. Okay, whatever. Oh, this is another interesting thing. You can only see the mice from the mirrors, and if you actually hit them enough, I think you can actually kill them. But I don't really think there's a point to that because these things, as you can see, there's some that are rolling, without. Oh wait, no. Oh, okay, so if you destroy... No, actually, no, it doesn't matter because they still, they still bring out ones without any mice in. But you get the idea. You just kill the mice for, shits and giggles, I suppose, but you can't really do anything else. Oh boy, here's this. This is the line. Every single, geez, everything we run into, it's just one unusual thing after another. That's all it is with this mirror mansion. That's all I can say about this. The terrible portraits hanging on the wall will extend their hands and try to attack you. You do remember how to attack monsters that are above you, right? Well, I wouldn't say the mid-boss of Shivering Mountains was above us, but that's what the Spriteling's referring to. And oh god, I'm burping again. Of course, I can't really title this episode Too Much Coke. Well, actually, then again, I haven't really been drinking Coke. I've been drinking Pepsi. So, it's actually not Pepsi that's making me burp. No, it's not actually Coke that's making me burp. It's Pepsi. Look at this line go. Look at me go. I'm bouncing up and down on the stupid. I always thought this looks stupid. The way the tail bobs up and down like that. I always thought that was kind of stupid. I mean, I'm not really, I'm not trying to ridicule the game makers, but I'm just saying, that's my personal preference on it. Of course, really, who cares about my opinion? Okay, I'm a teenager. Nobody cares about the opinions of teenagers, as teachers have always told me. Okay, so remember what to do when enemies are directly above you, even though they're really not, because it's really only their hands. But whatever. That's basically how you damage this boss. You just get under its hands and attack it. I used to think that you're supposed to attack right under the face, which would make sense, but really it's not. You're actually supposed to hit its hands. But yes, this is the same exact enemy we saw, in the Shivering Mountains, so it's really, there's no difference whatsoever, except you go for the hands instead of the glowing light that other ones had. Look at this, coins inside the, the terrible portraits, yeah. Oh great, these guys. These guys are the last things we need to see. I mean, look how hideous they look. Okay, there'll be a lot of hideous looking things in this level because it's really, that's pretty much all this level is. It's just well, I wouldn't say it's a hideous level, but it's interesting nonetheless. Okay, these guys are interesting. You can actually the weird thing is that you don't actually kill them when you attack them the first time. What happens is that they unravel out of those lockets. And they turn into a totally different, well, not actually totally different enemy, but basically they just look different. And I'm doing this wrong. Okay, this is a really interesting trapdoor sublevel that the other one wasn't. Basically, you just have to, you have to use the grip grab here, at least on those things, just to get up here, and this will get you to the crystal. I mean the diamond. Sorry, those things are called diamonds. Even though they don't really look like diamonds, but whatever. That's just my opinion, I suppose. Alright, we're using these mini moving blocks. This is really self-explanatory. You just have to jump when the other one comes so you don't get pushed off, because that would be a really big pain in the ass. But I've dealt with this, stuff like this in other games like Battle for Bikini Bottom, which is a SpongeBob game, so obviously those of you who are Wario fans out there probably don't care about that. But then again, it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of people who are watching this are fans of my SpongeBob LPs. The thing is, I've only done 3 or so, and have I done 3? Yeah, I've done 3, but 2 of them are not exactly complete yet, because I still got the, episode 11 of Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, and, oh, okay, there we go. Just hit this, hit this green button. Okay, so here is one of those cases where you have to rely on the mirrors, you have to look to the floors, something like that. There's actually another room that's just like this, except there'll be something at the end of the room that you have to take care of, like a treasure or something like that. So you have to do that first before you get onto the wall. And then here, this is when you can start looking up to where Wario is and stop using the mirror. Oh, actually, no, it's right in here. Okay, wow. I was talking about the room, and it's actually the same exact room. Jeez. Okay, so here it is. This is the treasure I was talking about. And we're just going to avoid those ninja birdies, I suppose, because the bird is the word. That was a terrible time for that Family Guy reference or whatever. Is that even a Family Guy reference? When did that? No, that was before Family Guy, wasn't it? The whole bird is the word thing. That had to be, because there was a Roseanne episode called "The Bird Is the Word," I think it was. But yeah, jeez, look at me. This is how uneducated I am about stuff like this. This is seriously how uneducated I am. Okay, well here's something. Whatever. We'll talk about that stuff later. Okay. Oh boy, this. Okay, well this is actually not that bad, so I shouldn't be complaining. I've seen much worse than this. And that worst stuff I'm talking about is actually in the very last level of the game, which is coming up after this. And let me tell you, if you think the sub-levels in this level are annoying, just wait till you see some of the sub-levels in the final level of the game. You'll think that they are literally impossible, but there are ways to do them, but really, some of them are crazy ways. Like, it just seems like some of them are, like, a couple of them are really just impossible all around. So, but we'll get into that as soon as we get there. But for now, we're going to end things off here because we're at 15.5 minutes, and it looks like the second half of the level is just below us, down this hole right here. So, in the next episode, everyone, we will travel down the loo. I mean the hole. Whatever, you get the idea. See you guys later. Bye.